Herbert back to the air. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flush to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Raiders at 9-7 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Carr now to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 11th. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he's got room.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months.
And the Raiders have got him. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 17 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 47 yards.
And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr dancing to his left. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr, sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The final shot before the break for Herbert.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Herbert on first down now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Herbert.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr flush to his right.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now they send a man in motion right.
Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a jet sweep. This is Adams, and he is going to lose yardage here. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. 27 yards there, a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Well, they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the... And, my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. A try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Charles, a lot